Hello, friendos. Hello. I felt compelled to be with you here tonight. It's going to be an off night, but I still feel like it was a necessity once we saw that the teaser trailer has dropped to 2025's I guess it's a sequel to the Naked Gun 33 and a third. I guess is that what we're going with? It's not a reboot. It's not a reimagining. It's not a legacy sequel. It's a direct sequel, I believe. Featuring Liam Neeson, who is supposed to be the son of Leslie Nielsen, Lieutenant Frank Drebin. And Ed is there. Nordberg is there. There is a laugh in the trailer when we see OJ. If I can start, maybe we should watch the trailer first. That's not a bad idea. All right, let's fucking pretend like we do this for a living. Hit the like button first and foremost. That would be fantastic. I've got Frank behind me here. I don't think you can see it because my goddamn head is so big, but he's there. He's over there. Lieutenant Frank Drebin is. You know what? I'll just remove myself. Who wants no? There he is. I believe that's from 2.5. These movies, 33 and a third has its moments, but the first two Naked Gun movies, and I'm going to go ahead and put Airplane. I think Airplane is the first farcical movie. Someone I should have checked this out before we did this tonight. Look up what came out first, Top Secret, starring the late, great Val Kilmer, or Airplane. I would love to know because farcical movies, kind of those are the headwaters. And Leslie Nielsen, he found that path in his career directly from being in the movie Airplane, with created by the great David Zucker, Jerry Zucker, and Jim Abrams, who of course also worked on Naked Gun from the files of Police Squad. And if you've never watched any of the television show, it's worth your time. It's so funny. And a lot of the jokes you see in the Naked Gun are lifted directly. They're ongoing bits that are lifted directly. Now, is Maxwell Smart considered a farcical show? Get Smart? Is that the roots of the tree? I'm not sure. But this whole universe, the whole reason why this thing worked is Leslie Nielsen. I'm not saying that Scary Movie 3 isn't funny. I think the Zuckers took over for that one. Scary Movie 2 is, of course, the Wayans brothers. There's other movies like this that are decent. But the best of the best is Airplane and Naked Gun. And Naked Gun is the best because of the cast, specifically Leslie Nielsen. Top Secret 84, Airplane 80. That makes sense. That makes sense. Top Secret's fantastic, by the way, if you haven't seen it. Please to be watching the underwater fight scene. It's great. So there's a lot at play here. I have a lot of emotion tied up in these movies. It's never good. I don't know if that's a common thing. We talked about it a little bit this week on the Chad Duke Show, where I don't know the people that have good working relationships with their parents and their brothers and their sisters and their loved ones, and they still have all their high school friends. I don't know if they're as wrapped up in movies as the same way that I am and put this much emotion into it. It's a strange thing. And because of that, I won't try to speak for them. I'll only try to speak for me. I think I've watched Naked Gun 700 times. I would never, I couldn't swear to it. If you came up to me and said, have you watched Naked Gun 250 times? I couldn't put my hand on a Bible and say no. I couldn't. Honorable mention, Hot Shots. I'm not as big on Hot Shots. Everyone else is. It doesn't tickle my funny bone the same way. Leslie Nielsen playing Lieutenant Frank Drebin of Police Squad is as good as it fucking gets. And I really think that it's going to be almost damn near impossible. Now, from what I have heard, Liam Neeson is a huge fan. He loves this. This has been his personal project. It's his baby. I'm looking into it. Seth MacFarlane's name is on this, but he didn't write it. He didn't produce it. There's a lot of SNL trappings here, which could work for or against it. The director is a guy that works with Andy Samberg. I think whatever that Brooklyn Nine-Nine show, that horrible, let me pull it up. I have it right here. I'm getting ahead of myself. This is very fresh for me. So I've been reading and looking and kind of researching and spending some time with it, because honestly, it's going to sound like I wanted to come on here and flame this fucking trailer, which maybe it deserves, but that's not why I'm here. That's not why I decided to do this. And I would hope for the best, because I think that's what's best for the Naked Gun, is to introduce fucking TikToking normie side of the head shaving pussy ass fucking young people that don't think anything existed before they were alive. You go back and you watch those movies and you appreciate them. I don't know how you can watch the Naked Gun and not laugh your ass off. Now, another portion of this is, how the fuck are they going to make a Naked Gun movie in 2025? Like, do you remember the opening scene of the original Naked Gun when he's beating up all the terrorists and he's rubbing the red mark off of fucking Gorbachev's head? I mean, these movies are not politically correct in any way, shape, or form. There's the Indian guy on the plane that's going to fucking douse himself in gasoline. Like, is that humor just gone? Like, what type of humor are we going to have? These are questions that I had before the goddamn trailer dropped. So that's some of the stuff I hope to address here. Anna Nicole Smith's dong. Yeah, Anna Nicole Smith had a fucking dong. In 2025, she's a hero. Back then, we could laugh at it. Did you know that Pamela Anderson is in this new Naked Gun movie? Did you know that? Did you know that Cody Rhodes is in this new Naked Gun movie? Did you know that? I don't know, man. Let's watch the trailer, and we can break it down. I'll pause it. This is probably going to get struck or claimed or whatever it is, copyright strike. Whatever. I'll just turn off advertising. Hopefully people can watch at their leisure. Has everyone seen the trailer? By the way, you don't see Busta Rhymes is in this movie. Are we aware of this? Do we hear about this? Do we know about this? Have you seen this? Did you hear about this? Did you all know that Busta Rhymes is in this fucking movie? I mean, I like Busta Bus as much as the next guy. He's in Shaft. Yo, Shaft! All right, here's the cast of 2025's The Naked Gun, directed by Akiva Schaffer, who I think is affiliated with The Lonely Island, the insufferable white rap stuff that was very popular 10 years ago. Dan Gregory, Doug Mand, and this guy wrote it too. Liam Neeson, Paul Walter Hausen, Pamela Anderson. Danny Houston is in this film. Danny Houston is fucking excellent, but he also is a working actor. He will take a paycheck to be in some stinkers. Busta Bus is in this film. Leader of the Flip Mode Squad. And of course, there is, as Stuttering John would say, Pamela Anderson. Now we go back up and we click on Akiva Schaffer. And he is 1977, so he's my age pretty much. Writer-director known for Pop Star, Never Stop Stopping, Saturday Night Live, I'm sure it's from 1975, the Lego Movie. This is what he's known for. Let's scroll down, see what he has directed, shall we? Let's shall. Where's the directing? We don't need the writing. We don't need the producing. We need the directing. All right, so we've got Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Was there a Rescue Rangers movie that I was unaware of? Looks like he's directed some, 68 episodes of Saturday Night Live. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, 2 episodes. Directed Pop Star, Never Stop Stopping. That was a gigantic fucking bomb, right? And SNL short. So not a lot of film. Very little film. You know, it's hit or miss. He's one of the Lonely Island guys. Okay. Which one is he? The one that isn't Andy Samberg? I mean, those videos are funny. Like, I don't know if he's involved with Dick in a Box, and I don't think anybody can fucking be mad at him about that. This is a tale of Tony Montana. That's all funny. That's all funny shit. I'm not shitting on him. But that certainly isn't, this isn't a journeyman film actor. This is like when you hire a music video director to direct your Jet Li film. And sometimes that's somewhat hit or miss. But let's watch the trailer, and then we can do Buzz Burbank's news and comment. Stop it. You guys let me know if there's anything you want to discuss in here. Let's get caught up. We do accept super chats on this YouTube channel, unlike other YouTube channels. DC Sports Mark $1.99. Thank you, buddy. Thursday night shows rule. I'm glad you feel that way. Make sure you hit the like button. That would be nice. D-Man in the house. Actually, the trailer displayed some respect to the sources. With the Family Guy dude in charge, he may go for nostalgia laughs. I'm going to disagree with you on the first portion of it, D-Man, but I won't spoil my opinion. I thought paying homage to George Kennedy, to O.J. Simpson, to all the original cast members, the 3 big guys in the film towards the end. This is only 1 minute and 9 seconds, I think. Teaser trailer. We're certainly not getting most of the action. Thank you for the $4 super chat, by the way. But I have some strong thoughts about the opening. Largemouth asked $20. Thank you, buddy. By the way, I faked every orgasm. Oh man, how good is? By the way, how good is? I just keep saying, by the way, was Priscilla Presley in those movies? Fucking fantastic. Great foil. A great female lead in those films. Pop star almost killed Andy Samberg's career. I wouldn't know. I'm not the biggest Andy Samberg guy. God bless him. Happy for his successes. He has never tickled me the way he tickles all of you. But yeah, I remember that movie being an epic fucking bomb. Thank you, largemouth ass. As a matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, a $20 super chat. That's just fucking great, man.
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man.
Love it. Thank you, buddy. Mute some of the dialogue music between trailers to avoid being demonetized. Yeah, that doesn't work. Trust me, man. Like, whatever the algorithm is for YouTube, they've got it down. I mean, I get hit for shit left and right. When I played that the other day, I did a taping of an episode of the Chaddukes show. We put it up here for our YouTube members, and I played the opening that Fat Boy from Baltimore did. Bustles, you know who I'm talking about. Fat Boy from Baltimore's did an intro for Big O and Dukes 100 years ago, and apparently he sampled some hip-hop song in the beat. I had no idea. I've never done this 20 years ago. YouTube picked that up, demonetized the whole thing. They're fucking locked in when it comes to getting that money away from ye. They don't want to pay that advertising. They don't want it. All right. This is the trailer for the teaser trailer for The Naked Gun. Go, 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 go! I already don't like it. I already don't think it has the right feel. This is a Bad Boys trailer. This is a trailer for the movie Bad Boys, or Bad Boys Ride or Die, or Bad Boys Going to Miami, Benvenido, Ami. party in the city where the heat is on all night on the beach or the break of dawn. This does not feel already like a Naked Gun movie. It looks like a Michael Bay movie. It doesn't have the right feel. All three of those Naked Gun movies from 1986, I think, all the way on, years apart, they all felt like they could have been filmed on the same day, in my opinion, other than characters aging. Biggest problem I had immediately is it looks too slick. I expected fucking Starscream to unfold out of the sky, superhero pose. I mean, I hate to be negative, but that was the first thought that I had watching this fucking thing. And watching it again.
Multiple SWAT units responding to hostage situation.
Hey, little girl, stop.
What do you want, little one?
Your ass.
Okay. I understand that we're referring Leslie Nielsen in the first Naked Gun when he is infiltrating that axis of evil powers that are having the meeting. He whips all of their asses. He pulls the mask off. He does it. That's one of his ongoing bits. The first thing they show you is we're doing bad CGI. Bad CGI is going to be a part of this. Looks like shit. When Leslie Nielsen would be all beat to shit, he'd have marks all over his face. He would push his hair back. They would do a cut, come back, and he would look fine, and then he would do the reaction. Like they were breaking down the fourth wall. This is nitpicky as shit. Here's what I don't need in movies. Bad CGI. And let me tell you something. Here's what Naked Gun doesn't need. Bad CGI. And also, Liam Neeson is awesome, but his voice is not right for Frank Drebin. It isn't. It's gravelly. It's harsh. It's awesome for, I have a very specific set of skills. When he's in Cold Pursuit and he's wrapping motherfuckers up in barbed wire and throwing them down that icy waterfall, perfect gravelly voice for that. First thing I noticed in that trailer was it looked like Bad Boys, sounds like Bad Boys. I think they even used the same song that's in Bad Boys. That's the song of the police. It's like something happened back in the early 2000s. Whenever there's a movie about cops, now you must play that song. Al Sal, $20. Thank you so much for the fucking beautiful. I didn't know we were going to be getting $20 super chats on the show tonight. Enjoy some scrotum.
Oh, I got this for Pacer Dan, but Booker T-shirt. Wow, you're the greatest wrestler of all time. Scrotum.
$20 will definitely buy you some scrotum. I am a simple slow, but the Nordberg reference had me sold faster than Ant-Man on an Asian baseball player card. Yeah, we'll get to that. I'm with you. It's not all bad. It's not all bad. I don't want you to think that I'm just going to be in here taking a diuretic steamer, as Hulk Hogan would say. They wanted me to take a steamer, brother, before they let me go from this fucking hotel room, brother. This steamer is peeling the wall. Did you guys watch that video? Were you here when I was doing the unboxing show? We were talking about Hulk Hogan steamers. Go back and check it out. It's on the YouTube page. Thank you, Al Sal. DC Sports Mark 499. Thank you. Pause frequently. Don't let the trailer play all the way through to point. But I thought we already did this. I think we already said this. But now you spent $4.99 to say it. Winner. Hey, look, man. If you want to send this same super chat in 4 more additional times and attach a $4.99 to it every single time, I'll read it all 4 times. If anybody's feeling generous, you want to avoid them Google fees, you can go ahead and see that Venmo down there at the bottom. We will happily accept that. When you see what I'm working on, with that Venmo money for this show, you're going to shit in your pants. Hank R, $5. Nice beaver. Okay, here's something before we get out of here. I can't be here all night. I have a reasonable evening planned. Gonna have a cauliflower crust pizza. My wife's upstairs. But why? She wants to have a cauliflower crust pizza. I'm the only one that can make it. It's my specialty. I know how to gussy up a cauliflower crust pizza the way none of you is. You've never even considered it. I take all the nutritional value, the lesser calories, all that bullshit, right out the window. I'm adding extra cheeses. I'm adding extra turkey pepperonis. I'm all over the motherfucker. I know how to crisp it up on the bottom and the top. It's my realm. It's my hood. Fuck Worm. So we have to have a reasonable evening. I have shoulder rehab in the morning. It's 90 minutes. 90 fucking minutes twice a week. Largemouth asks, thank you for the $20 super chat. I wouldn't wait to the last minute to fill out those organ donor cards. You're beating me to the punch. I've got the trailers. So I've got the original trailers here from Naked Gun 1 and Naked Gun 2.5. They're 3 fucking minutes long. And I swear to God, 90% of the jokes in the movies are in these trailers. I have no idea what they were thinking. I mean, they blow so many guffaws. So many chortles are blown in these things. I can't wait. But I won't play that until you hit the like button. I won't do it. Largemouth asks, thank you so much for the $20. I still won't buy you no goddamn trout.
We don't sell no goddamn trout.
No, we certainly do not. But we do accept chats that are stupendous. Thank you, buddy. Matthew Burke, $1.99. Nice hat. Yeah, thank you for buying it. I bought my Titans. I got 2 Titans draft day hats with the winnings of whipping ass in Cutthroat Island 2024. That's right. Big Shoot won his own fantasy football league, and we're high rollers. We've got money, cash stacked to the ceiling. You want to come into my league? I'm fleecing you. I'm fleecing for you enough to buy $40 hats. I'm a $40 hat type of guy. Just so you know the caliber of individual you're dealing with here. Don't come at me with those $34.99 fucking hats. This is just one of the hats, Matthew. If you'd like, I'll go upstairs and change into another Titans draft day hat that you paid for. You and those other 9 idiots that thought that you could beat me. Let's continue. This is the Naked Gun 2025 trailer with Liam Neeson. Let's see that big reveal again. Again, appreciate you paying homage to the humor in the original Naked Gun. The horrific CGI is not good for anybody.
Your ass.
That's the sound of the police.
And of course. Look. I'm not saying Leslie Nielsen wouldn't dress up like a woman. Here's what I'm telling you. It's 2025, and if you think it's a fucking coincidence, that you take Liam Neeson, a paragon of masculinity, one of the last remaining action heroes until his damn near his 70s, and that he's in a mini skirt and panties in the fucking 1 minute this trailer exists. If you think that is a fucking coincidence, you have lost your mind. If you can't tell they're trying to strip popular culture of any masculinity whatsoever, you're just not watching what's happening. You're not paying attention. You're blissfully ignorant, willfully ignorant. If you think this is a coincidence, why wouldn't he be a Boy Scout? We all know the answer. We all know the fucking answer to all these questions. It's just if you want to acknowledge it or not.
Your ass.
That's the sound of the police.
Already, I mean, look, maybe you think American Dad is the funniest thing on earth. Maybe you think that, do you remember the Transformers shtick? Rinse, wash, repeat on the... I've laughed at Family Guy. I like offensive, stereotypical racist humor. Who doesn't? It got me fired. And there's plenty of that on Family Guy. Give me another chicken fight, please. Another 4 minutes because you got nothing. Another chicken fight. Are we still doing the Seth MacFarlane thing? How about Mike Judge? We couldn't get Mike Judge involved with this? There's other funny people that I would trust more. I mean, what? Why would the sucker go in that way? Why wouldn't the sucker? You just killed the last bank robber with the pointy end of the sucker. Maybe it's like when they're fighting in Naked Gun 2.5 and he sticks the electric toothbrush into scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind. The fucking best. And the towel bit. There's nothing better than the towel bit. Throwing the towel in the face. I'm getting too worked up. I'm already too emotional. We're 35 seconds into the trailer. 35 seconds in, and I've already made brown.
Who are you?
Frank Drebin, police squad.
His voice is too gravelly, man. I love this dude. And if he's got passion for the character, I respect that. But Leslie Nielsen, if he didn't murder an airplane, stop calling me Shirley, slapping that fucking woman, I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you. He hasn't had the same career trajectory. If you think about it, and look, Leslie Nielsen was in Forbidden Planet. He was in the Poseidon Adventure, bunch of Westerns with Robert Mitchum. I mean, he was an actor. And I don't want to, I hate it when people say this. It's like, you know how fucking hard it is to be funny? You know how hard it is to be funny like Lieutenant Frank Drebin was in those movies? You know how gifted he is at that? You watch those interviews on him with his fart machine on David Letterman, which I guess somebody is putting an aggregate is putting those all together, and they're showing up on Instagram Reels and TikToks everywhere. It's so disrespectful the way that people talk about comedic actors. Very difficult to do. But he found his path, right? Like he found his Jason Statham. Jason Statham has found his lane, and he fucking sticks to it. Now, regardless of whether or not you like Spy Hard or Dracula Dead and loving it, I'd argue there's some laughs in all of them. You can't knock these first two Naked Gun movies. And Liam Neeson's had a very different career, man. You think of him very differently. You've seen him make 35 of these movies in a row where he's throat chopping motherfuckers that kidnapped his daughter. So it's going to be difficult. It's going to have to be real funny. It's going to have to be really funny, and he's going to have to really excel at being the buffoon that doesn't know what's going on around him, but still operating with the utmost confidence. It's going to be way tougher than anybody thinks.
The new version.
I can't believe you actually said the new version. He says the new version, and then there's a cut to him wearing women's panties, little girls' panties, and a mini skirt. That's not intentional, right? I got news for you guys. I don't want to get too deep into this. Frank Drebin was a man's man. I mean, he's fist fighting, he's gun fighting, he's fucking chicks, he's ripping his shirt off. I don't want to get too real about fucking Naked Gun. But I'm going to show you a trailer that's 2.5 minutes long, and I want you to count how many times you see Frank Drebin in panties and a mini skirt. This movie was made for modern audiences. Thank you, Critical Drinker. Thank you, DC Sports Park. I mean, maybe it's not, but it's certainly a fucking coincidence. If it's not, it's certainly a wild coinky dink that we have a minute-long trailer here, and that's a majority of it. Jeff Nelms, $19.99. Look at these $20 super chats, man. Enjoy these lips, Jeff Nell.
So I'll see you on the red carpet this fall. And if I don't, I'm gonna come knock a hole in your bathroom wall.
Yeah. You get all that for that $19.99. And I will continue to preach about movies. That's all I can do. Trey and Matt would do this as an R-rated comedy. I don't think that would fit either, Nagel. I would rather see it than what this looks like. But the Naked Gun is so warm. Like it's a warm, comfortable movie. And I think it'd be too edgy. I honestly think if the South Park guys made it, it would be too edgy. Also, have they made... They wrote the Book of Mormon, right? But what have they done as far as movie? Is it just basketball? Am I having a blind spot on other? Just movies are different, man. Making movies is different. Works different muscles. Largemouth asked $20. Thank you, buddy. For no matter how silly the idea of having a queen might be to us Americans, we must be courteous and gracious hosts. I think we've locked into a very, very particular part of largemouth ass's autism, and I am here for it. I am here for it. Enjoy some Froyo, largemouth ass. Thank you for the $20 super.
I want to go get Froyo. Who are you?
Oh! Jacked his neck up right there. That's a shoot. That's a shoot. Haven't seen much shooting yet in the Naked Gun trailer. Thank you, largemouth ass. All right, we're almost through it. The good part's coming up.
Hi, Daddy. It's me, Frank.
So, big ups, big verbal nod. Not only is it a picture of him from the Naked Gun, it's the one we all know. His slug line is all-time bad guy catcher. Fantastic. Also, with this, we now know they're not doing a reboot. This is a sequel about Frank Drebin's kid, Frank Drebin. Little Frank. So that's great. If we're going to be completely honest and we're going to try to be transparent here and objective, as much as I dislike the opening 40 seconds of this trailer, and I can't dislike it any more than I do, that they're treating, there's reverence there. Like you should be treating the original movies with reverence. They deserve that level of respect. No other movies like them have been able to recapture that energy. The casting's perfect. Go watch George Kennedy. Fucking go watch George Kennedy and his entire career leading up into these movies. He's a monster. He's a leviathan. And to get him in those movies, if you go watch Cool Hand Luke and then you watch The Naked Gun, unbelievable. But anyway, the point being, this is good. This is good. It's letting us know a lot about where this movie is taking place, how it's taking place, who's involved. Some of these ages don't match up.
Junior, love you.
Hey, Dad. Boy, do I miss you.
All right, what did his slug line say? It happened so quick.
Love you.
Hey, Dad.
Captain Ed Hocken, in memory of your... Okay, it doesn't say. We can't read it, unfortunately. I'm going to show you the original trailer to The Naked Gun, and they call Ed Hocken Frank's partner. And I'm like, no, he's the captain. He's the captain of Police Squad.
Dad. Boy, do I miss you.
All right, that's not bad. All right, you got it's edgy even to acknowledge. It's edgy to acknowledge O.J. Simpson being such an enormous part of those movies and how beloved those movies are. We've never been in an era where there's anything Naked Gun happening in a post O.J. Simpson murder rampage, allegedly white Bronco kill session. So, in all fairness, and I think I said this at the beginning, I couched my statements at the beginning of this. It's not all bad in this trailer. There's some 2025 trappings that are very obvious to me. There's some bad CG, which you decided that the reveal of Frank Drebin is bad CG, which is regrettable. And the feel and the vibe and the soundtrack, and none of it sounds like it just doesn't fit the world. That very much feels like all three of those movies very much feel like they're a part of the same world. And if maybe they're not going for that, maybe they're trying to go past it. I don't even know. I don't know how you would improve on it. Seems like a 21 Jump Street sequel with yeah, I mean, they've done that with some of these. 21 Jump Street, by the way, was not a comedy, and they made it a comedy. Also, I feel like taking dramatic television shows from the 70s and 80s and then flipping them into comedies. They did it with what? The A-Team. They did it with Starsky and Hutch. They certainly did it with, I will never shit on the Dukes of Hazzard movie that my buddy Jay Chandrasekhar directed, and lots of those Super Troopers guys showed up in that film. But that seems to be the move. I don't know, turning Naked Gun into Bad Boys is what we want to do either. So Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I would give the first trailer a 2 out of 5. And right now, my resting bitch face is I wish they would have left it alone. This is something where when Top Gun Maverick came out, it benefited from a couple of different things. One is everybody that was involved kind of got re-involved, right? Bruckheimer, Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer. It's just like everybody's kind of there for the most part. And also they got what made the practical effects are built upon what they did with the practical effects, filming actual jets, actual dog fights, but the technology's so much better, right? The cameras are so much better. It's not taking that aspect away and completely substituting it for technology that at this point is inferior, the CGI. The CGI has gotten worse. I can't imagine watching Jurassic Park and then flipping on Madam Web and thinking, wow, we've had 20 years to improve this technology. It's going to look like we're not going to tell the difference between the living people and the special effects, the VFX. It's the opposite of that. And people point to Maverick now and they think that that's like a reason why sequels work. That was lightning in a fucking bottle. Find me a bunch of other examples where we're doing sequels for 30-year-old fucking properties. And also find me a guy in his 60s that could still play the role. You can't recast Maverick. That's why I don't want this fucking Heat sequel. How are you gonna recast Neil? How are you gonna recast all those different fucking guys and have it keep its tension, have it keep its credibility? That's gonna be difficult to do. And it's not fair to compare Naked Gun to those, but there's also a lot of emotion for me tied up in these movies because I've just watched them so many times and I enjoy them so much. Red says he's not going to watch any movies past 2007. There's some good movies after 2007, Red. Isn't fucking Naked, isn't No Country and There Will Be Blood, didn't they come out in 2008? I would want to be able to watch those movies. Okay. For context, I pulled the trailer for the original Naked Gun from 1988. Rotten Tomatoes classic trailers is the channel. Give them a like and follow. Like they need my help. There's so many funny jokes, but 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Where did this trailer run? I guess before movies in the theater, right? Like that's where it is. Like you can't put this commercial on television. This is back when trailers were trailers, Jack. Oh boy. PG-13. All those dick jokes.
In this city, there's crime on every street. But one man has seen enough. He's Lieutenant Frank Drebin.
Whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat.
It's so simple. But the reason, too, that's so funny, it's not just because, of course, it's completely inappropriate. That's Nordberg's wife, who's just seen her husband get all fucked up, blown up, shot. The opening scene with Nordberg, by the way, might be the funniest 3 minutes of any movie I've ever seen in my life, where he kicks his fucking foot through the door and burns his hand on the oven, the wet paint. But the fact that Ed is like, yeah, that's right, we're going to go get it. Like, that's the most logical thing on earth would be to go get a bite to eat after we fucking said that we're not going to rest to this woman. I love it. I love it. Oh, God.
He's a good cop who's having a bad day. His best friend...
Oh, everyone should have a friend like you.
...is in a coma.
As soon as Nordberg is better, he's welcome back at Police Squad. But I wouldn't wait until the last minute to fill out those organ donor cards.
His girlfriend asked him to look her up.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Let me help you with that.
When they put that in a trailer in front of the Minecraft movie, they had to go find a giant stuffed beaver Why would she have that up there? And why would she be taking it out of the fucking attic? Oh, man. You're really, I wouldn't even want to try to do anything under the banner Naked Gun. Can you imagine the pressure?
And his city is in the hands of a master criminal with a sinister plan.
I must kill the queen.
How can any police story contain this much action? This much romance?
Good on Leslie Nielsen for staying yoked, by the way.
I like cops.
Or
all right, hey, they start to unbuckle their pants. All the police officers start unzipping their flies. He says, I like cops. And he just think gangbang on. Oh, I'm watching this tonight. I'm going upstairs with the cauliflower pizza.
This much baseball. Starring Leslie Nielsen, a cop who's always on the alert. Mikhail Gorbachev.
I knew it.
Queen Elizabeth, everyone's favorite queen. Priscilla Presley, a woman who really cooks.
How hot and wet do you like it?
Ricardo Montalban.
Frank.
You're both right.
George Kennedy,
Fucking con.
the partner with an appetite for danger. O.J. Simpson, as you've never seen him before. And Reggie Jackson in his first dramatic role.
You know, is that the same as Busta Rhymes and Pam Anderson? Maybe, you know, at the time.
In a movie so big, it had to be filmed in color. The Naked Gun, from the files of Police Squad.
Coming this Christmas to a theater near you. See you there.
Oh, man. How many laughs in one trailer? And then the scene at the end, the coming soon to theaters near you where he's waving, that's completely unique, right? That's bonus content. Ricardo Montalban as the villain, and then Bob Goulet as the villain. And the second film, are you shitting me? Who's the villain in this film? Is it Cody Rhodes? What's Cody Rhodes playing in the new Naked Gun movie? I've been putting these up on X. Nobody cares. Like most of the things I put up on X. But I've just been trying to highlight some of the lines. That's another thing about Naked Gun. There's 7 million jokes. I mean, they just said we're going to put a joke every 15 seconds in this fucking movie. When he's in the sex shop, I'm the last thing against you and the decent people of this country. Oh, hi, Frank. Say, we finally got that Model D83 Swedish sure grip suck machine. How do you even fucking get that out? Is this some kind of bust? Oh, hold on. I fucking it up with my plug. My embarrassing plug. Well, yes, it's very impressive. I've been posting these. I didn't even know that trailer was going to drop. I was like Nagel. I said they fucking killed that thing. There's no way this movie's still coming out. We've been hearing Leslie Nielsen talking about this for years. Wait until they remake Ace Ventura with Timothée Chalamet. I mean, let me ask you this. Is there that much of a difference? Like, you can't make an Ace Ventura movie without Ace Ventura. I believe they made this young Ace Ventura or the son of Ace Ventura. What is that? Somebody remind me of what that was. Was it the son of Ace Ventura? Of course it was fucking horrific. But not only because there's just an awful kid trying to do Ace Ventura shtick, but you can't make an Ace Ventura movie without Jim Carrey. And you certainly can't make a Naked Gun movie. Well, I guess that's not true. We will see a Naked Gun movie without Leslie Nielsen. It's going to happen. It's already made. I saw whatever that fucking convention was this weekend. They had viral marketing for it everywhere. They had all these nude statues up with the title of the movie. Here it is. I can't believe this is a real thing. Were you guys aware of this? Am I putting you onto something here? Ace Ventura, Pet Detective Jr. Junior, it is your Junior. Now, is the new Naked Gun? Here's the question for the chat. For Chat Dukes, you guys are Chat Dukes. I'm Chad Dukes. You're Chat Dukes. Is this as misguided as the Naked Gun trailer with Liam Neeson? Ask yourself.
Yo, tell him where he's at, my brother.
From the people that gave you Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, comes
Ace Ventura Jr. Pet Detective.
Oh my God.
What?
It's happening.
Like father, like son. That's not normal. Ace?
Find the set.
He can smell your fear.
And follow the chase.
Why do you keep doing that? That's just how I roll, baby. Tabby's been nabbing. I hear a whole lot of lost pets calling my name. Come to me, my jungle friends!
Look for Ace Ventura Jr. Pet Detective.
Who's this for? Like, Ace Ventura was not for kids. Who is this for? The kids that watched Ace Ventura and then had their own kids? Like, who's watching this and thinking I want this instead of Jim Carrey?
All righty then.
Homo erectus. Sandlot 3, The Secret of the Magic Gourd trailer. I think I'll pass on all that. There was also an Ace Ventura Saturday morning cartoon. Yeah, but look, there was a Beetlejuice cartoon. Beetlejuice cartoon wasn't too shabby. I've got fond memories of that Beetlejuice cartoon. I'm not going to comment on when they go the animation route. I'm talking about when you make a movie, specifically a comedy, and the reason why you can't separate the characters, right? Like lots of people can play James Bond. You know, I think other people can play Jason Bourne. They have. Didn't Jeremy Renner play Jason Bourne? Nobody else can play Frank Drebin. That's why I'm glad that he's Frank Drebin's son. Like, if you just recast the character and rebooted it, that would be way more offensive. Way more offensive. Largemouth, that's another $20 super chat. What is this man up to? What is your goal here, largemouth ass? To make me feel embarrassed? Is this supposed to make me feel better?
Is this supposed to make me feel better?
I don't know. Duval to you,
Duval.
Breaking and entering arson, sexual assault with a concrete dildo. There's so much great dildo shtick in the Naked Gun. Again, going back to the sex shop, when Ed pulls out that, I was going to play that clip on this show, but I don't know if that will get me in trouble with YouTube. Where he pulls out, I believe it is a chainsaw that has a giant pink rubber fucking dick on the end of it. You think I'll never not laugh at that? Homo erectus. Hey man, the algorithm knows me. Like the Matrix 4, the new Naked Gun doesn't exist in my reality. I feel like I have to see it. I went kind of batty on the show this week on Movie Talk, and I was talking about how I was successfully able to avoid Beetlejuice, Gladiator 2. There's been a bunch of them out recently, bunch of fucking stinkers. Like, everybody wants to go back to Anchorman 2 or Zoolander 2. And I enjoyed those originals, but I don't hold them in the same regard that I do Beetlejuice and Gladiator. I'm like, you're not going to ruin it for me. You're not going to get me to associate my memories of the original film that mean that much to me by polluting her womb is so polluted. I can't even have a kid with her, man. You're not going to pollute that because you've run out of ideas and you want to make some nostalgia bucks. Not going to happen. I'm not going to watch Beetlejuice. Not going to watch Jenny Ortega interacting with Michael Keaton in the Beetlejuice getup, something that we never thought we would get. They also made The Mask 2. I think Jamie Kennedy was in it. I think you're right. How'd that go? How'd it turn out? Let me know. Send me an email. Hit up my Slack. And let me know how The Mask 2 Secret Phantom was. Because I think I already know. All right. This is if you put a gun to my head and you said, what's the funnier movie? Ace Ventura 2, When Nature Calls, or Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear, you might have to just pull the trigger. I don't know that I could answer that question for you. I laugh with my fucking teeth out at both of those movies. And I don't know, they're dumb movies, but they're hysterically funny. Like, I know that I bust people's balls for liking Hangover. You guys like some really stupid movies that, the one that you all fucking freak out for and spurg out for. Tropic Thunder. I walked out of Tropic Thunder. I'm so angry Tropic Thunder exists, and it's everybody's favorite comedy. Comedy is very subjective. It's like music. But those two, don't make me choose. Sophie's choice on those two, you're just going to have to pull the trigger. All right. This is a 2-minute, 14-second trailer for The Naked Gun, The Smell of Fear, 1991. God, I fucking remember seeing this in the theater. How old was I?
Washington, D.C., where violence explodes every day. But America's toughest cop is pounding a new beat.
Lieutenant Drebin.
The police squad is...
That's the shot that I was talking about. Like, if that's what they were trying to somewhat pay homage with the ripping off of the mask and then him standing up, just do that. Do the cut. Have him be as surprised as the audience is that he was able to put his hair coiffed back perfectly. It's a great bit. Classic bit. Just rip it off.
Back.
Is this some kind of bust?
Very impressive, yes.
They're ready for action.
How you doing, Trooper?
Like, are they going to be able to do that type of bit? The cops just opening fire on a fucking residential house? There's plenty more where I got him, the copper. Looks like he's holding all the cards, Frank. And then Frank drives a fucking tank into the middle of that house. Frank Drebin drives a tank into the middle of the house. And then Hector Sabaj, yes, I know his name, jumps out the back. At some point, he trips over a pig. I don't know why. I think it's because Priscilla Presley keeps pigs in her house, if memory serves. Shall we?
Ready for love.
I'm lonely, I'm lost, I need someone to hold, to love.
Frank, over here.
And ready for...
It's like Jim Jester fucking cracking a goddamn lobster. There's food flying everywhere.
Seconds. In the movie that proves you can lead a cop to water, but you can't make him think.
The water's over there, Frank.
Starring Leslie Nielsen.
I don't recall seeing your name on the guest list. Nothing to be embarrassed about. I sometimes go by my maiden name.
If it's not dangerous, he's not interested.
I can't believe how many bits they burn in this trailer. I mean, this is every high spot. This would be like if in the trailer for Hogan and Andre at WrestleMania, they showed Hogan fucking body slamming Andre the Giant. That bathroom fight scene.
Priscilla Presley as the irrepressible Jane. Robert Goulet as Quentin Habsburg.
The truth hurts, doesn't it, Habsburg? Oh, sure. Maybe not as much as jumping on a bicycle with a seat missing, but it hurts.
George Kennedy as Captain Ed Hawken.
Do you know when he makes that
Congratulations, I understand that Ed...
Do you know when he makes that face that we just saw? Where was it? Let me see if I can find it. He does that when Drebin has Dr. Meinheimer up on the fucking table and he takes the grinder or whatever it is. It's like a belt sander, and he's trying to fucking remove the birthmark off of the side of his butt cheek because he thinks it's fake. It's maybe the funniest thing I've ever seen. The guy's pitched over the table, confined to a wheelchair, and Frank Drebin is sandpapering, steel wooling his asshole in front of the entire fundraiser. In what world would that happen? Who thought that up? I want to be in the fucking room, the writers' meeting, when that idea was pitched and then ratified. Harumph, harumph.
George Kennedy as Captain Ed Hocken.
Congratulations. I understand that Edna's pregnant again.
Yes, and if I catch the guy who did it, and O.J. Simpson as Nordberg. If you only see one movie this year, you ought to get out more often. The Naked Gun 2.5. The Smell of Fear.
Give me the strongest thing you got.
This is a sequel so big, they had to add another half.
Oh, man. Who wants to take the bet right now? I'm offering $100 bet because I'm a baller like that. I'm a G. I got stacks. They call me Daddy Fat Sacks. I just came up with that. I'm gonna make some t-shirts. Who wants to make a bet with me that 3-minute trailer that we just watched, 2.5 minutes, whatever it was, will ultimately contain more laughs in it than the entirety of the Naked Gun reboot? Do we know when this movie is coming out? Could someone look up the release date, please? I want to know the time of year that movie is coming out. That seems important. Slider, what's up, brother? $4.99. What is a sequel or a reboot or a classic movie you'd like to see made? Or should good movies just stay untouched forever? No, I've got a big list. I've told you my list. I've talked about my list on the show many times. Edge of Tomorrow should absolutely have a sequel made. Emily Blunt, Tom Cruise, they're about to age out of those roles. You can bring them back. Bill Paxton is no longer with us, but Brandon Gleeson, that was a really underrated movie. It deserved a sequel. I trust Tom Cruise with sequels. Alita, is it Alita or Attila? Alita Battle Angel? That movie fucking rocked. That's not in my wheelhouse. It absolutely deserved a sequel. Yeah, man, there's a bunch of... I'm not against sequels. Especially, how can you be against sequels in a world where Dune 2 exists? Right? How can you be against sequels? Some of the greatest movies of all times are the second installation. Two Towers is my favorite Lord of the Rings movie. Now, I'm not going to get into the pedantic Scream. Was it a trilogy? Was the source material written up? Scream 2 is fucking fantastic. I like a lot of the Conjuring sequels. I think watch Ouija 2. Watch the movie Ouija 2. I think it's Oren Pell. I'm not sure. Fucking great. First one was some dog shit. August 1st. Back to the Future 2, 3. Back to the Future 3 is my favorite one. On paper, you say, okay, now we're going to the Old West. I mean, what? How are we making that work? Who knew that Mad Dog Tannen was going to be an excellent cowboy? Who knew? And then, of course, he was on the radio in Phoenix with Oscar and myself, not wanting to talk about being Mad Dog Tannen. No, there shouldn't be a Gladiator sequel. There shouldn't be a sequel to Passion of the Christ. There shouldn't be a sequel to The Hunt for Red October. There shouldn't be a sequel to... I think with comedies, I think people are willing to take more of a leap with comedies. I really do. I don't think any of the Pirates of the Caribbean sequels are any good. I don't think any of the Transformers sequels are any good. Like, are we talking about just for printing money's sake? It took me a long time to mature enough where I didn't have to watch these motherfuckers. I think it was right around Pacific Rim 2. Pacific Rim is one of my favorite science fiction movies of all time. I would like to actually see them make a Pacific Rim 3. They talked about doing a crossover with the Monsterverse, I believe, with Godzilla and Kong and all that shit. And those movies are terrible. But I think there's another good Pacific Rim movie out there. Guillermo del Toro's got to direct it, and you just got to decide a few things about what you want the universe to look like. I don't want them to touch Starship Troopers, you know? And in this day and age, it's not about sequels. It's about legacy. Like, they rebooted, right? They soft rebooted. Like, we're going to get rid of all these. Terminator Dark Fate was supposed to be a sequel to Terminator 2, I think. And it erased everything else. No more Terminator Salvation or Genesis or all these other bags of shit. Same thing with Alien Romulus. Like, that's happening in between Alien and Aliens, the Halloween movies. That first one was pretty good. And then it goes off the rails. Like, we're not, Season of the Witch didn't happen. Halloween 4 didn't happen. The problem is now is like what they want to do is they want to erase all the mistakes they've made because they don't want to associate the IP with the mistakes. They want you to get that feeling you got from the original, which I understand. But they made 3 or 4 sequels to Jaws. Jaws is the greatest movie of all time. I would rather them do that than do what they did with Total Recall. I think they're doing with Running Man right now, right? Glenn Powell is starring in a new Running Man movie. I like Glenn Powell. You like Glenn Powell. Fantastic. I thought Twisters was a bag of shit. But the original Twister was kind of a bag of shit. But you had Philip Seymour Hoffman and Bill Paxton and Cary Elwes and Helen Hunt. You know? I think that there was just more depth. Even the bags of shit, they'd put a bunch of really credible people in them. Netflix does that now. I mean, we see Netflix doing that with these awful movies. Bustle seems to think that Minecraft is going to make $1 billion. I was watching a video about how bad the new Minecraft movie is. Do we just treat them like they're idiots? Is there no merit at all to putting our kids in front of smart shit instead of dumb shit? And what happened to Jack Black? This has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I guess he likes money. I mean, I like money. I get it. But they're making Jumanji 3. He's in Minecraft. He's in Borderlands. I mean, he's just the funny fat guy, third fucking lead in a bunch of kids' movies now. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel like Nacho Libre is one of the great comedies of all time. I got so many good memories of watching Saving Silverman. That's a goofball movie, but it's a shitload of fun. Felt like it was for adults. School of Rock's not necessarily for me, but that's a movie with some substance. Yeah, I don't know, man. Wasn't there a White Men Can't Jump reboot? No. Was there? Oh my God. How woke would a White Men Can't Jump reboot be? Oh my fucking God. I can't even imagine. I'm going to have to seek that out now. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. White Men. Oh, 2023 film. It came out in 2023? Who are these people? What do you mean, these people? Oh, there's a trailer. You guys want to watch it? Let's watch it. Let's do a movie trailer show where I can just get claimed left and right and everybody wants to get demonetized. That's what all the kids are doing. All right, let's doink. And then let's doink. And then let me go ahead and thank Largemouth Ass also sent over a $20 Venmo. I don't know what this man is up to. I don't know if this man is trying to cede the territory for some type of special access to the show. Well, you've done it. You said $20 that many times. I'm ready to believe you.
Estamos listos a creerte.
No, I can't imagine I won't get claimed for that too. We're getting claimed. All right, let's remove that. And then here we are. Share this tab instead. 20th Century Studios, White Men Can't Jump official trailer 2023. Did anyone see this movie? Did anyone know this movie existed? Does anyone know any of the people in this movie?
Gang, it's win by 2.
Not here, it's not. Hey, they letting yoga instructors in the gym now.
Ball.
I just noticed you're not getting enough legs on the shot. Are you dehydrated?
$100, you can't make more shots.
Let's just do 300.
It's not my dad's money.
We ain't never gonna get a reparation that way, bro. So,
reparations joke.
I prefer Venmo or Zelle, but you seem like a Cash App guy, so.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Is that a basketball player? Who is in this fucking movie? Oh, streaming on Hulu. This is a straight to Hulu movie. Ugh, God. How are streaming services the best and the worst thing of all time simultaneously?
You think it's slick, huh?
Showing up to court dressed like a dumbass, acting like you can't hoop.
You assumed I couldn't hoop because I'm white, which is incredibly outdated.
No, I assumed you couldn't hoop because you were dressed like a white girl at Whole Foods.
Oh shit! White girl joke. Thank you, Al Sal, for bringing that up, you motherfucker. The Puerto Rican guy wasn't wearing a shirt. Are you serious? Where? In the trailer? Or do you mean this Puerto Rican?
Estamos listos a creerte!
It's true. I've gotten more enjoyment out of Ghostbusters 2 than I have out of the first installment of many movies that exist. The white guy is a rapper and played the halftime show for the Detroit Thanksgiving game. I don't think he did, because I believe I know who played the halftime of the Detroit football game for this Thanksgiving. Anybody know who was the performer, the rapper? I don't even think he was doing much rapping. I think he was performing a little country music. Might have had a song that had some success on the country music charts, and a member of the Chaddukes show had no idea who he was, and then when he heard his name, couldn't fucking stop saying his name over and over again for weeks on end. Anybody remember? It wasn't a white rapper, I'll tell you that much. Shabozy. Is it Shabozy? Shabozy. All right. Oh, we've done enough damage here. Oh boy. Real quick. Solid Dudes tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll do roughly triple the audience we did tonight. It's always humbling, but it's fine. Hit the like button. And then if you haven't, make sure you swing on by. You got one more day to pick up your official Chaddukes Show summer drinking shirts. We got two different designs. One is the vintage yellow Pacifico Pal shirt. I love that shirt. And then probably the funniest t-shirt I've ever seen, the Al Shabibi Middle Eastern Irish Pub, home of the world famous halal pot pie. If you know what that means, I'm not going to explain it to you. I just know that you'll be an MVP. If you happen to bump into a Chaddukes Show listener, it's getting more difficult these days, but if you do, they're going to buy you a beer if they see you in that fucking shirt. I can't guarantee it, but I'd bet some money on it. And the first person that sends me a picture of themselves inside the old shebeen drinking a pint of Guinness, it's got to be Guinness, wearing an Al Shabibi Middle Eastern Irish Pub shirt, you win a prize. I don't know what that prize is yet, but we're going to get it worked out. Scan the QR code or go to tinyurl.com/CDS merch. That link will be live until, let's say, Friday after Solid Dudes. Boss, I don't know if you're still in the room, but let's keep it up until Friday after Solid Dudes in case people want to pick one up during the show. That's Jack Harlow. You guys are going to be really offended if I don't know who the fuck that is. Is that a guy? Is Jack Harlow a guy? Is he a famous guy? What excuse will Jimmy have tomorrow? Lisa and Al Shabibi. Shabozy. We really missed we missed the train, the boat, and the plane on not doing some sort of Shabozy related merch. When Ant-Man was saying that around Thanksgiving this past season. Is Jack Harlow a rapper? I don't want to date myself. I read the newspaper, but I don't know who that is. I listen to country and Western music. Do you know who Jesse Daniel is? Do you know who Zach Top is? You know who Channing Wilson is? Channing Wilson is dope. Yes, you've heard at least one of his songs. You just didn't know it was his. Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. Where would I have heard it? Where do they play his music? They don't play his music where I listen to music. They don't play his music when I walk into Firehouse Subs, do they? Hit the like button for Shashoodle. All right, I got to change my name now so that I have that for the next episode. I'm going to forget it. If somebody is in here tomorrow night and my name isn't Shashoodle, please remind me. Let me see if I can spell that. Shashoodle. There we go. Is that the correct spelling? I think Jack Harlow is the captain of a pirate ship. Yep, that's what I thought. Hey, Captain Jack Harlow. Why is the rum gone? I'm such an old fucking man. I've turned into my fucking dad. Except I have a working knowledge of early 2000s rap. There is no generation of rap that my father would brook. Oh, boy. Have I ever told you what my my dad thinks that Tupac Shakur's name is?
Got this beat from DJ Grimy, and you know it's Fuego, dog.